All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Uma Musume Pretty Derby video. Probably the one and only video I'm going to do for this channel, but this was specifically requested by one of my viewers. So I am going to attempt the URA finales with King Halo. And why King Halo? That was the one that was requested. So we'll see how this goes. I don't remember offhand how many times I've attempted to clear the URA finale with King Halo, but I do know that C is currently my best as far as my final grade. So that means I have yet to completely clear the game through the URA finales. So we'll see how it goes this time. Probably not too well, but we can hope. So, and by the way, if you see me looking over there, that means I'm looking at my notes. I have two notebooks and a legal pad over there. Uh, yeah, I took way too many notes for this game, but to some extent, I feel like you kind of have to. So, I went ahead and kind of tallied all of the races that King Halo has to do, and basically grouped them in terms of which one she has to do based on distance type. So she has to win two sprints. She has to win this one, which, if I remember correctly, is the only grade one race that the actual King Halo won. And she also has to win the Sprinter Stakes in her senior year. She has to participate in 2 miles. She has to show in the G1 Yasuda Kinnan. And the other mile is the junior make debut. That's her first race. So that one hopefully will be easy. She has to participate in one long race. However, this one she just has to show up for. So the only way that we could possibly fail this is if she doesn't have the necessary fans, which I don't think is. It's probably going to be hard to have not to have 7,500 fans by this point in the game. Then all the other 4 races are medium. So based on that logic, we can presume that the URA finales are going to be medium races. So that presents a little bit of a unique problem. Well, maybe not a unique problem since other playthroughs have this problem as well. She would have to be A, at least in my opinion, in all 3 distances, sprint, mile, and medium. You can correct those with the inspirations, and I will. However, this creates a bit of an issue with the targets for her training because she has to win a sprint very late in her career, but then she also has to win medium race late in her career, and medium races are most likely going to be what the URA finales are going to be. So it's a kind of a balancing between, do we build her as for sprints or build her for medium? You kind of have to do both, in my opinion. So I kind of totaled what I thought the target should be for each of the 5 categories. I don't know if how many points I can get across all of them, and whether or not I really can get everything that I think I should be able to get. But speed, I think, is going to have to be the biggest stat, mostly because it's usually the biggest stat anyway. And because she has sprints late in her career, I would assume that this would have to be as close to 900 as I can get. I don't think I can get all the way to 900, but we'll see. Second most important stat is probably going to be power. And I would say just kind of planning on scaling power and special together to where speed, I would probably say that power is maybe going to be 75% of speed, thereabouts. And then stamina, I feel to complete medium races, comfortably, that's probably going to need to be 500. However, I do have the potential to get two gold stamina uh, skills. So given that, we might be able to settle for a little for less than 500, depending on whether I get one or two of them. And then guts, I'm just going to kind of leave alone. And wits, I'll probably basically just train wits during the summer camp, and then just pretend it's not there, much like guts. So basically, que sera sera. And if you don't know what that means, then you probably should watch The Man Who Knew Too Much. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the inspirations now. So I pre-selected the two inspirations that I wanted to use. I basically focused on two inspirations that have 3 stars in mile and medium. So Haru has 3 stars in mile, and she has the rice shower, the one I'm borrowing, has 3 in medium. So that gives me my 3 A's that I wanted and a bunch of stats. But really, it was the A's I was kind of targeting. I didn't really give too much thought for affinity, but I'm sure circle is fine. So we're going to move on to my support deck. And of course, I have to get my borrowed cards. So I'm going with 3 speed cards, 1 stamina card, 1 power card, and 1 guts card. Now, I have a feeling that if you wanted to, you could go with 4 speed cards and then everything else, or 3 speed cards, 2 power cards, and 1 stamina card. I think all of those would kind of work. I tend to select my deck based on the skills that the cards have available and the other skills that I might be able to get in my career. So King Halo at potential 3 can get Blinding Flash, which is a bonus that only applies for sprint races. Since it only applies to sprint, I'm not likely to go and get that one, but it is there. Keen Eye is possible with the support deck, but that, much like the sprint, is only applicable for mile races, so it's less likely to be useful than even Blinding Flash. And then the rest of them, obviously, we have Swinging Maestro from this card right here, and Professor of Curvature from this one right here, and those are going to be my top choices. Now, I don't see any scenario where I'm going to complete this without at least one stamina skill, and that is why the Guts card is here, because this Guts card gives me an option to get Unruffled, which is another stamina skill. So I would be looking for this as either a backup to Swinging Maestro, or if I get them both, that might be even better. The one that comes with this one, in Body and Mind, is one that I usually like as well. Works pretty good with the strategy that I'm going to be using with King Halo. So, and then from there, I think there's the possibility I could get Beeline Burst from the from the uh, from the scenario itself, but that's a little bit more random. So I might get it or I might not. But I'm not going to count on it. So we're just going to go ahead and start things out and see how things go. I would say this is probably not likely to be a win, but we'll see. And by the way, I do have 2 stars for King Halo right now, and potential 3. Now you may have noticed, and I will basically say this right now. I'm going to speed through as much of the story as I can, so that we're not spending a lot of time with it. But for the first part of it, I'm mostly just going to load up on as much speed as I can. We can worry about the other categories later, but and I'm also not going to be terribly worried about hints or anything else. Okay, so this one is, I believe, the first one for this. Okay. So now that we have to rest for the first time, I'm going to choose recreation because I want King Halo's mood to be above normal. That works. All right. Okay, so 7 more turns left, and like I said, we're just going to load up on as much speed as possible going into the make debut. Okay, so we actually have to rest this time. Okay. So generally, I like having this either be great or good. If it's higher than that, I usually use recreation to bump it up a little bit. So 8% failure rate. Not sure I want to take that risk, to be honest. Okay, so for dance lesson, that's the tough thing because I don't always play with King Halo, so I don't play with her that often at all. So so I think the dance lesson is go for this one. Go for the lower one and see what happens. Okay. Alright, that was a little bit lucky. Okay, one more speed training and we're ready for the Okay, so this one I usually pick the second one. Okay, so we're ready for the junior make debut right now. And one thing that I always do, or in this particular case I don't do, I ignore everything that the predictions have to say because looking at the predictions, I find makes me more the word I'm thinking of. I don't really think looking at the predictions helps that much. So I am going to watch the race, but I will put it at 2x speed so we don't have to hear the commentators. But I do think that watching the race gives you a chance to see what's going on and can give you an idea of what you need to do to improve. So right now, since she is with her strategy, being close to the back is still reasonably good. It's gonna come down to what happens when she speeds up in just a little bit. I didn't train power at all, so she may or may not get boxed in. Well, they tried to box her in. She still got second, though. So a little bit more power might have been good, but and you can see what she's saying up here. Basically means absolutely nothing. So even when she does give you feedback, I feel like sometimes it's correct, sometimes it's not. So I just ignore it. So, so we have the hopeful stakes next, but I believe I'm going to have to do a makeup. Yeah. I have to win a maiden race before I go to the hopeful stakes. So I have to keep that in mind as we're going along. So let's take a look and see what we can get for. I have no idea what the difference is between those two, but for now it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's gotta get a maiden race in somehow. Um, given that I have a lot of, given that I'm stacked on speed right now, maybe going for a. Just wondering if it makes sense to go for a sprint or go for a mile. Gonna have to be one of those two. Or do I want to try to stack some power first? So I feel like just a little bit more power might have been the difference. Okay. Maybe one more. Okay. Okay, this is another one where I don't remember exactly what the quote-unquote right answer is. And again, there are some ways that you can kind of reason what the right answer is. Game Torah is probably your best bet. So either have it on a screen or just write everything down. Either way was probably going to work. Or you can just guess. So, let's stick to mile for now. But I think we probably have enough to give it a try. Because I don't think I was that far off. So again, we're going to expect to see her hanging in the back for a little bit with her strategy, but she is, even with that, she is in front of the pack, so I think this is going to go this is going to go well. Just got to be whether or not she can catch the lead runner. I would imagine that she can. She's got to speed up at some point, though. Now she's got enough time now, so she's got it. Okay. Okay, so we're ready for the Sprinter Stakes now. Or, I mean, we are quote-unquote ready for the Sprinter Stakes. Time will tell if we really are or not, so. Okay, so when talking to your trainee after the race, the top one is usually the right one to select. Once you meet the reporter, then not including this one, So if you talk to her after the race, select the bottom one. That's just kind of the rule of thumb I go by. So, all right. So we now have to start thinking about the medium races. So I would still say probably try to catch the power up with speed, since power is a little bit low. But not at 16%, we're not. Okay, what was this one? I think it's the second one. I don't think it would have mattered either way, to be honest, but... Do I need more power? Well, we're going to have a lot of medium races. We don't have any sprint races until the other side of the long race, so I suppose we can just keep stacking power, possibly until they're even. And this one's always the first one. Okay, the chain is still going for that card. We want to try for this one. Let's try this one. Okay. So I've got 3 turns left. I'm not looking for optional races right now. I'm just looking to finish things up. Extra training. Do I want to spend 5 energy for 5 more speed? Yes, I do. Because I'm going to have to rest on the next turn anyway. And speaking uniqueness, is this one of the ones for this one? I think so. Let's just go with this one for now. Okay, now we just rest. Sleep deprived, so she didn't get all the rest, but at least she didn't get night owl. Okay. Well, I probably should go for power, but I think I'll just go for speed again. And for these, it's usually this. Okay. Let's see what we've got for skills. I don't think I have anything right now. I do have, of course, Blinding Flash, but I'm not going to purchase that one. There's really nothing else I want to purchase right now, so we'll just leave everything as is, and all I have to do is get top 5 in this race, so... So let's see how this goes. So again, kind of starting at the back, but that's okay. As long as she doesn't get boxed in, then I should be okay. It doesn't look like she's boxed in. So again, top 5 is all we need. That's definitely going to be top 5. Okay. For a second. Okay, so kind of overperformed on that one, but that's okay. That tells me I've got enough power to kind of coast on power training for a while, so I can kind of work towards sprint training, power speed training for the time being. So we'll see how things go at the next race. So we're at early January right now, so still plenty of time. This is a tough one right now because I know a lot of people like to go for the bonus energy whenever it's offered, and I believe that the energy is the yellow one. The skill points I usually like, which is the red one, and I don't know what the. I know that the other one gives you points to a specific skill, but to be honest, I don't remember which one it is. I am going to go for. I'm going to go for the energy for right now, and just hope I can get the skill points later. So. All right, like I said, we're just going to kind of burn through speed. We might peek at power to see if there's a lot of trainees training there, but for now it's going to be speed by default. Game mood went down there, but still good, so I'm not going to be worried too much about that. We finally got a rainbow there, so we're probably not even going to think about power. Okay. 9% is kind of right on the border of what I might try. But this playthrough is hard enough without having to deal with consequences of failing training. So, and this one, I believe I usually take the first one. What do I do it with this one? I know what. You know what? The second one, because of what I know what the skill hint is, might be the better option this time. Just in case I get beeline burst. So, all right. Keep going with speed for now. Got 2 turns left. And we got the skill hints for calm in a crowd, so Unruffled is off the board. That means for gold stamina, it's going to be swinging maestro or nothing. That's a little bit of a disappointment, but that's okay. Dr. Great and 4%. Let's try it. My worst possible luck has been failing on 2%. Okay, we've got our second inspiration event, so that happened, and a lot of other things happened. Lone Wolf. Okay, hear me out for a second. Lone Wolf is a bit of a gamble it doesn't cost that much, but increases performance when no other runners have it. I think I can spare the 49 points, and I'm not going to worry about trying to get the last 2 hints. That may or may not happen. That could backfire on me. But there's nothing else worth buying right now. So let's just go to this race. And we'll see if my power holds out. If it does, then we keep training speed. If not, we'll add more power training because we've got one more medium race, and then we've got the long race. So here we go. The Lone Wolf procced because no one else had it. Starting way in the back this time, and that could be stamina, or no, it wouldn't be. We'll have to see if she moves up. We're hitting the point where she's going to start to move. And kind of hard to see where. Oh, there she is. Yeah, that's going to be top 5. It's not going to be a win, but it's top 5. Okay, second. I thought it might. Yeah, a bunch of them kind of crossed at the same point. So I thought she got 4th, but second, I'll definitely take that. So, what does that tell me? Does that tell me I need power? Still early April. But, well, there's not a lot of time between now and the Japanese Derby. So, and she's going to have to rest as well, so. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, there's. Okay, so I got. So I've got Professor Curvature, and I have enough points to buy it. Question in my mind is it time to get it now? I don't think, offhand, I don't remember that there's any sources for corner depth that give a discount for corner depth. And if that's the case, then it doesn't matter whether I buy this now or whether I buy it later. So might as well get it now because it might save me from losing. But aside from that, my skills are going to be my numbers are going to be what they are. Like I said, I never look at the predictions. I never look at the handicapper grades. All of that stuff, I feel, just kind of can be misleading. So I trust what my eyes tell me, not what the game tells me. All right, let's see what happens this time. Okay, Lone Wolf proc again. I don't think Lone Wolf fails to proc too often in career mode. I'm sure it does from time to time, but I don't remember which racers have to be in it to. The rushed, I think I can reduce the number of times that happens by adding wit. Once we get to the summertime event, we'll be able to do that. I like where I am, where she is right now. So unless she gets boxed in big time, top five, pretty much a sure thing at this point. She's in fifth. She's almost fifth place right now. So just stay up there a little bit. Well, it might be fifth place. As long as it's fifth place, that's all that matters. Yep, there we go. Yeah. Well, we'll fix wit either way, so kind of. Okay, so top five just by that much. So we have 9 turns until the Kuka show, but that is just a participate. So really, we don't have anything to do until this race that we have to win, and it's a sprint race. So followed by a mile and then another sprint race. So yeah, it's just going to be training speed until then. So hopefully we get a lot of these between now and then. And I know that most people might attempt to, by default, rest right here because it's late June and the summertime event happens on the next turn. However, since I'm going to be training wit during the summertime event, and I do not need any energy for that, might as well just continue on with speed for right now. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was about to say I wanted to see if maybe power would be good to look at, but no one was training there, so. All right, 4 automatic wits. I usually just pick the first one right there, so power by 10. I think that's usually what that one is. I think usually the second one is guts, and I'm assuming you know this already, but during the summertime event, all of these are the equivalent of level 5. So training at speed is basically the same thing as what it already is. So. And training wits right here means I don't have to train it at other times. 182, I think is okay. It might be a hair low, but we'll see. We'll just keep an eye on power. I don't think I have to train stamina that much for this one. Maybe occasionally if I was a little worried about it. Remember, we don't have unruffled, so we have to either get swinging maestro or we're sunk. With or without stamina, I guess I should say. No, not 29%. Okay, and now we see whether I get, let's see, no, we want to do this. Oh, but we didn't get the, did I write that down wrong? Or did I I think I missed it. Okay, that was the second event, not the third event. So, oh well, but that one's okay to miss. So, all right, 627 speed, so we're doing pretty good. Take a look at the skills. I don't think there's anything else to see. Yeah, just the two gold skills that I don't want. So we'll just go into the race that doesn't matter. So I don't think I'm going to finish last. I don't think I'm going to finish well, if that makes sense. All right. We'll just go to 4x for this one because, like I said, I don't think that this is really going to tell me anything that I don't already know. So, gotta get some more water while we're doing this. Okay, so probably not going to finish last. Not going to be top 5, that's for sure, but I'm not going to be last. I think. Okay, second to last. Oh, no. There's 18 of them? Okay. All right, so I beat 3 of them. But like I said, I think she's supposed to lose this one, so there's really no reason to prepare for it. So now we've got 9 turns before we have to do the race we have to win. So 633, I think that's pretty good. I do think that I have to look for opportunities to train power. But I'm only looking at those 2 opportunities. So there's in body and mind, so I've got that one available. Yikes. I don't even know why I bothered to look. Okay, this one's always the first one. Okay, there's 1 each, so I might as well pick this one. Five. Well, again, I'm probably going to rest very soon, so I might as well take the extra energy for speed. As long as she doesn't get sleep deprived, see, just fine. Okay, so we've got the New Year's Shrine visit. There's no point in going for the speed since she's full right now. I believe. I mean, the last one is usually the skill points, which is the one I want. Is that really the one? Okay, good. That's what I wanted. Okay. 5 turns left. How are we looking for in body and mind? So we need another 85 points, maybe. So that's more than 1 race worth. I think just sticking with speed for now, unless we've got a really good. Well, if we get power right now, the director will give us some skill points. Not a lot, but every little bit helps sometimes. Well, back to full energy. All right, we've got rainbow speed. I don't even know why I'm looking at power. Plus the reporter's there, so we'll get bonus speed as well on top of that. Okay. We're at 250 skill points. 700 speed, so that's pretty close to where I want it to be to maybe, like I said, the speed has to be really high for the sprinter stakes and also for this, but we might be in good shape. Full power racing. I think the second one increases mood. I don't remember what the first one gives me. Well, okay. Well, I either need better notes or I need to write better. So anyway, let's see what we're gonna do from here. We're gonna rest is what we're going to do. But that's fine. So stamina might be something to keep an eye on. But once I start training power, stamina is just going to increase normally, so. Well, yeah. Speed to see if we can get that one to orange. Nope. Okay. So, I want in body and mind, but I can't get it right now. However, I could buy home stretch haste right now, and that is just going to deduct from the cost of in body and mind. The only downside to getting home stretch haste right now is there is a skill hint that I could get that reduces the cost of home stretch haste. What am I looking at right now? I don't trust this one. So I think I'm going to go for home stretch haste right now, despite the fact I couldn't waste a hint later. And then just get in body and mind once probably at the end of this, because as long as I don't fail, I should get this amount at some point. So now the question is 749 power, speed, is that going to be enough? And is the power that I have going to be enough? Okay. Okay. Sorry to cancel all the graphic flyovers, but I don't really know if that really adds anything to the stream or not. If you've played this game, you've probably seen all the graphic flyovers you possibly could want to see. She's moving up pretty good, but does she have enough speed to catch up? She's not boxed in. Okay, that's a win. At this point, I just say a win is a win right now. So, okay, we'll have to see how many skill points I got for doing that. Okay. We've got the next. I forgot that we still had that third inspiration event, so. Okay, that's a lot of speed and a decent amount of stamina as well. Okay. So I think we're in good shape right now as far as speed. So I think we can now switch gears to power. Extra training for power. Yeah. That might not have been the right call. We're at the second chain event for Swing Maestro, so can we finish in body and mind now, by the way? We can. Okay. All right. So at this point, I think Swinging Maestro is the only other thing I want to get. It doesn't look like I'm going to get Beeline Burst because I believe that procs by now if it's going to happen. 15% no. It worked just fine. Okay. Power went up to level 3. So we've got first rate and studies here. See, this is the only downside to speeding through all the stories is that I forget what everything was that led up to this, and then can't really. I don't know. I'll just pick the second one and hope for the best. No, that was just terrible. I don't even know. What is Outer Swell, anyway? Well, at least it's a late surger skill, but nothing I'm going to get right now, so. Alright. Okay, so we still have 800 speed. This is the second mile event. So my guess is that if I had enough speed to finish the other one first, I probably have enough speed to finish this one. Momentarily distracted by noticing that my mile altitude went all the way to S. That's good. Might make this a little bit more of a forgiving run. Got a late start, but shouldn't be that much of a penalty for. But we'll have to see. It is quite far back right now. So I only need top 3 for this one, granted. Looks like I've got third, and I won. Okay, or she won. Whichever way you want to look at it. I guess technically she won. I'm just a trainer in this game, so. All right, there we go. So one more objective done. So the next one is the second sprint. So now the question is, with 6 turns left, do I want to stick to power or do I want to go back and get more speed? Okay, there's Swinging Maestro right there. Oh, 6% is kind of on the borderline. Let's risk it. Okay. I might actually be too tired even for wit. All right. Well, nothing we could do about it. Okay, so 3-2 wit then. Don't really have. Not really gonna get a lot in wit right now. Of course, that comes with not having a wit card in play. Okay, so 255. Normally, for any playthrough, I like 400 to be there. 300 would be okay as well. One more speed. Okay. This should be more than enough speed. So. Okay, so I don't think I have enough for the prerequisite to Swinging Maestro. And I do not, so that's all we can do. Let's see how the sprinter stakes go. Once you get close to the end of the career, it becomes more. There's not too much more you can do aside from just watch the end result of the things that you did up to that point. I do feel like I'm feeling the consequence of having not enough wit. Normally I would have a wit card instead of the guts cards that I have in right now. She has to win this one. She might win. I wouldn't have. To be honest, I thought that was pretty bad. But I'm to the point that I'm surprised I won, or that she won, or that either of us won. Okay. That's it. No more sprints. It's going to be medium from here on out. Which means it's going to be power from here on out. Not that there's many opportunities from here on out. 3%. I've pushed my luck a couple times already. Watch one more time. There we go. Oh. The mood went all the way down to normal. Well, like I said, at this point, not much more I can do. I can buy corner recovery, which I might as well do right now. Then, as soon as I can, which would have to be during the URA section, if there is one, I could get Swing Maestro from there. Okay. I don't have a good feeling about this. I feel like my power is too low. My speed's where I want it to be, but 645 power, 343. Even stamina is a little bit low for where I want it to be for medium races, but there's really nothing I can do now. I think I feel like I stacked speed. Well, I was gonna say, I think I stacked speed a little bit too high, but on the other hand, I feel like I had enough speed to just to get through the sprints that I could get through. Might as well have one graphic flyover. It's probably going to be it anyway, so. Okay, that's enough of that. Well, we didn't get a late start this time. Well, we got rushed. He's kind of in front of the back section. That's actually pretty good. So unless she gets boxed in by the runners in front of her, this might be a good run. Well, she's not boxed in. Well, there you go. Okay, that was a good run, I guess. I'm a little surprised. I thought that I didn't have enough power for that, so I was anticipating that the run was going to end right here, or the career was going to end right here. But I survived to make it to the qualifiers. She or I, however you want to look at it. Okay, first one, just like last time. Yeah, I don't think we can train right now, no. Maybe I should have gone for recreation, but I have a... Yeah, let's just stack as much power as we possibly can. I've got to... Yeah. My power training is up to level 4 now. Almost to the point that it doesn't matter anymore. How many more do I need for Swing Maestro? So, on the order of 60. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. I don't feel comfortable at 13%. Alright. So, we're going into the quarterfinals with 693 power. And as I suspected, the qualifier is going to be medium. I would expect all of the URA Finale races that we see to be medium. Since we had 4 medium races, I believe 3 mile races, 2 sprints, and 1 long. So I said the handicapper grades, anything that's on that screen doesn't really matter. Okay, fingers crossed on this one. I definitely took way too little width. And taking the guts cards that I didn't pay off. So looking okay. I feel like I've got a feels like we've got a chance. Maybe. Nope, definitely not. Well, that might have been a stamina problem. But because I have a free clock left and it'll increase her mood to, well, increase her mood to good, I guess. So we could give that a try, I suppose. Now, medium only went up to A with all the inspirations. All right. Let's see if increasing the mood helps at all. Well, we didn't get the late start this time. Not quite at the front of the back of the pack. Kind of hanging maybe a little bit too far behind. This almost doesn't look as good as the last time. No, she's way too far back. Well, but she's on the outside. Wow. I saw her far back, and I thought I was about to say, well, that's about it. But once she was on the outside, it was a completely different story. So, all right. So, what did I learn from that? Because I had to use my free clock, which means I have a maximum of 2 other retries left. She doesn't have enough skill points to get Swing Maestro. She would have to win the next race in order to get it. So what do I need more? So if I get power, she's going to get 6 stamina. If I go for stamina, she'll get 12. And guts and 2 skill points. The skill points are the same either way. It almost makes more sense just to go for power because we'll get more points that matter. Even though I'm kind of suspecting stamina might be a little bit low. I think the strategy is to survive the URA semifinal, and then that should give me enough to get Swinging Maestro, and then we'll have that for the URA finale. Finals. It almost seems redundant to call it the URA URA finale finals. All right, give it a try, see what happens. I think this is the race that's going to determine it. If she wins this race, I think she'll win the URA finale because she'll have Swinging Maestro for that one. But she's all the way at the back, which is not good. I think overall, if I had a little bit more stamina or power and less speed, it might have gone better, but I needed the speed to get to this point as well. I feel like all the way from the back might be a little bit too much of an ask. Yep. Hmm. I'm going to try one more time, just because I know that this could be the make or break race right here. But if I fail twice, I usually stop there. Plus, actually, that's what I should have done in between this. I'll do that in between these races if I win, is go for recreation, try to get that mood up, because at this point, additional skill points isn't really going to matter that much. Okay. So the question now is good going to be good enough? The skills are procking okay, so wit might. I've heard conflicting things of whether wit increases the or decreases the number of skill procs that you get, but it does. Well, whatever. He's definitely in a better position this time. He is on the outside. It's looking good. Looking really good. Okay, that clock did its job, so. All right. If you're wondering, I'm usually pretty strict with my clock usage. I don't mind using the free clock, but if I get the sense that defeat is inevitable, I usually just finish it. So, well, we got Swinging Maestro now, and I think my best bet is to yeah, no, it's not even a question. I saw the failure rate. Failing a training would just be game over at this point. So there was no question what the right answer was. And now she's had great, so it's basically all or nothing with this run. He's either going to win or it's going to be back to the drawing board. Although I feel like I'm not that far away, to the point that with this strategy and even getting her third star might be all it takes. So fingers crossed again. Let's see what happens. No more tries after this. If this doesn't work, then we'll just take the loss. He's near the back of the pack, which is not good. Not specifically boxed in. But she's also on the inside. It's all gonna come down to what happens here. Moving up a little bit, but she's getting into traffic. Don't think it's going to be enough. I think we might have hit the wall right now. Well, what's one more clock? I mean, I'm actually I'm recording this one. I think if I wasn't recording, I think I would just taken the result. But because I'm recording this one, we'll just give it everything. Not like I don't have a lot of these clocks, because I hardly use them. Okay. See if she does any better. I think it was the very beginning. And she just was a little bit too far back to make up all the distance if she needed to. She's doing better this time. She's doing a lot better this time. She's on the inside, moving up a little bit. So unless she gets boxed in, then this could be good. She's on the outside. That's actually a really good sign. Taking the lead. Yeah, wow. It's Have I been playing this wrong the entire time? Is the OP strategy just to use the clocks at will? Well, honestly, I don't know what to say. I didn't think I was going to win. When I started this video, I was prepared to have a title that said how not to play this game, but I somehow won. Or she somehow won. Somebody won. Okay, whatever. We still have some skill points to spend. Now that doesn't terribly matter. She is going to be my best King Halo by a mile now, so I'm tempted to say maybe buy some late surger skills to kind of round everything out. Studious is kind of a prerequisite to, I believe, what her last skill is for potential 5. So I could get that and late surger corners. That might be okay. Outer swell might be a little bit expensive, might be a little bit too expensive. Not a big fan of focus. Maybe it's just those two. And I wouldn't buy these normally, but let's take a look at late surger corners and see what I could get the double late surger corners, but probably should just buy something else. Could get this and have no skill points left. Kind of like that. Well, there we go. Like I said, I don't know what to say. I hope if you're having trouble with King Halo that you took notes, or just watch this video again. I have no idea what happened. But now comes the other important part. I mean, she's obviously going to be an upgrade to my team, but now we get to see whether or not she has sparks that are going to help me in future runs. But with this run, it's almost a win anyway. So let's see what happens. Yeah, B. Okay, so she didn't quite make it to B+, but that's okay. Okay, 1 spark wit, 2 sparks turf, so not great, but for inspirations. But to make a good racer, at least like I said, best team hero on my team right now. Okay, so I tried her at least 2 other times. The C rank is the one that's on my PvP team right now. So okay. Well, all right. Well, that's I don't know if any of these things matter. We'll just leave it at finals champion. Okay, well, anyway, that should do it for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving it a like, subscribe to this channel, and or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. And if you'd like to see more of this, put a comment down below. If you saw anything that I did wrong, and I guarantee that even though I won, I did plenty of things wrong, put those in the comments below as well. And I'll see you in the next video.